Another outstanding guest on 14 Midday with Mike is, of course, TheraTree, Pediatric Therapy Services. We normally have occupational therapist Jessica Hatfield, but today she's passed the baton to a very talented speech pathologist. We're delighted to welcome Tony Maxwell to Midday. Tony, welcome. Tell us about, I know that it's more than just teaching kids how to pronounce words. What's the role of a speech pathologist?
Yes, it is. It's much more than that. So a speech-language pathologist, or SLP, we help people across the lifespan from birth all the way through geriatrics. At TheraTree, we specialize in pediatrics, serving the birth to 21 population. And so we help with everything from developmental disorders, language delays, speech sound disorders like you mentioned. We can also help with fluency disorders like stuttering, as well as voice issues, even feeding and swallowing.
Now, you've got a very special event coming up. I think it begins June 15th. Tell us about that.
Yes, we do. So our clinic is going to be offering free speech and language screenings to the community from June 15th to June 19th. And those screenings are intended to help determine if a child would benefit from an evaluation, if they're behind in their language or speech development. Our TheraTree is always looking for ways to better serve the community, and we really just want to help families know what is typical and when to reach out for help.
Now, before something is I can hear people asking, Mike, ask her, what are some of the signs or symptoms, Tony, that, hey, my child may need the help of a speech pathologist?
Absolutely. So there are a few things to look for. In children under 3, if they're having difficulty understanding spoken language, like they can't identify pictures, objects, or people when you name them, that's an indication that they may be a little behind in their language development. Also, if they're slow to gain words or aren't using words functionally, that's another good indicator. For our older children, we look for things like difficulty telling or reciting a story, difficulty answering questions, maybe even trouble formulating a sentence using proper grammar. And of course, if you're seeing things like stuttering or voice difficulties, those are also good indicators that a speech therapist might be helpful.
Okay, if somebody, let's say they have a problem, Tony, and they say, I got to get hold of Tony, what's the best way? How do they sign up?
Yes, so there are a couple of ways that you can do that. The first is just by calling our office, and that number is 270-688-8449. And somebody from our team will get you set up with an appointment. The other way to do that is to visit our website at TheraTreePeds.com and fill out the form, and somebody will be in touch to get you scheduled.
And again, it might take more than 1 or 2 sessions. Is that right?
Yeah, so the screening is just intended to identify if a child would benefit for a more complete evaluation. It's just an opportunity for us to see where the child is and determine if there's anything that we could do that might be helpful.
Tony Maxwell, speech pathologist with TheraTree, Pediatric Therapy Services. Young lady, thank you for your expertise. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you for having me. You as well.
You got it. Hey, when we come back...